Hey everybody, welcome to our happy half hour. I'm glad that you took some time out of your day to spend with us, and I'm going to ask you to bear with us. I'm a little bit sick. I think Rebekah's a little bit sick too. So we are here and excited to have you joining us. And we've got some great stories and some awesome information to share with you tonight, but I don't want to take more than the amount of time we promised, so I'm going to jump right in. I'm Sarah Kroger. I am the mom of 5. My husband has a modest government job, and I've been a Beachbody coach for about a year and a half. Almost a year ago, we moved away from our friends and family up to northeastern Ohio, and it's been an amazing blessing for us so far. And now we have chickens, which is very exciting, but we're down one due to something that decided to have one for dinner tonight. Anyway, but about 2 years ago, I joined my first challenge group. My husband was going to be gone for the summer for some training for work, and I was going to have this amazing, like, Biggest Loser transformation, and I was going to shock him when he came back. But right after he left, about 2 weeks into my challenge, I found out that I was pregnant, so that obviously changed things a little bit. But there was this amazing blessing that came as a result of that challenge group, you know, aside from the baby. It was the healthiest pregnancy of all of them. Like I said, I have 5 kids, and it really set me up for success in transitioning to having 5 kids, getting through that pregnancy and birth, and even moving away from my friends and family and establishing my life in a new place. My Beachbody family is with me wherever I go. They hold me accountable. They're the ones that I go to now. It sounds so cheesy, but they're the ones that I go to when I'm having a struggle, because I know that they're going to hold me accountable and not let me fall into this chocolate-induced stupor, because I've surrounded myself with people who love me too much to let me go back to my old ways. So I said yes to a challenge because I wanted a change. But I said yes to coaching because I fell in love with the community and I was telling everyone about it. After the 3rd person that I was talking to bought Shakeology from my coach, she came to me and said, Sarah, you should be doing this. You clearly are sharing this, how much you're changing and how much you're loving your Shakeology and your workouts. And these people could be your challengers. This could be your commission. I mean, thanks for the business, but you are drawing people in. There's something that people are attracted to. Because you see, up until that point, I thought that I had to be a gym rat, and I thought I had to be a perfect finished product in order to be a coach. But you guys, people want somebody to walk with them on their journey. They need to believe that you're committed, but they don't need you to be perfect. In fact, people really identify with my struggles and my imperfections, and because they see themselves in those struggles. They see what journey they are on in what I share. And they need someone to take their hand to walk or squat with them. On top of that, now I'm able to contribute to my family's finances without sacrificing my time with my children. And I'm able to find a purpose outside myself to reach and serve those who are hurting, those people who just aren't happy in their own skin. There's people out there who just don't believe that they can change. Those are the people that I can reach and I can walk with while they're on their own journey. And I'm able through this business to show them what that change looks like, that it's possible and not just available to the people who are already perfect. So one of the first things that we want to talk to you about tonight is a little bit of like the do's and don'ts, what we as Beachbody coaches do and don't do. Most importantly, what we don't do. We do not sell. We don't push products on people. We don't shove the business on people either. Honestly, that leaves both sides feeling kind of icky, and I don't want any part of that. I don't know about you, but I'm not a salesperson, and that's not what drew me to my Beachbody team. So I just want to get that out of the way and say what we don't do with our team and as Team Beachbody coaches. We don't push, we don't shove, and we don't just bully people into buying something to shut us up. I'm the mom of 5, like I said, and my husband has a modest government job. We tell every dollar in our house where to go, and I don't want people wasting their money on something that's not a good fit for them. I believe that everyone has a soulmate workout that they're going to just love and really have success with, but I don't want them to just throw money at me to shut me up and then have DVDs that are gathering dust and then have a bad taste in their mouth about how all of this works. But the fun part of it, the part that is what we do as a Beachbody coach, is that we love and use the Beachbody workouts in our Shakeology. I don't know about you, but I love being able to do my fitness in my own home. Before I was a Beachbody coach, I loved going to the Y. I liked to swim. I loved to do water aerobics classes, and I loved the variety that was available in those classes. But honestly, it took me 20 minutes to find the one shoe that nobody could find, get my kids all loaded up and get to the Y, check them into childcare, do my class, gather them up. It was probably lunchtime, get them home and do it. Now, I take 5 minutes to get ready, 22 minutes to do my workout, 10 minutes to lie on the floor dying because Tony Horton has a little bit of a sadistic side, and then that's it. I'm done. I've done my workout. And I'm not dogging the Y. I really enjoyed going to the Y, but it was not a time commitment that I could make more than once or twice a week. Now, I can work out 4 to 6 times a week in my home with the accountability because I have the other people who are around me. And that's just something, how that affects my life and the positive impact it's had is what I share with other people. That's what I do as a Beachbody coach. It's the opportunity to say I have so much joy and energy and excitement from using these products in my own life, and I don't want to keep that to myself. It's just like if I have a favorite recipe or a favorite makeup or a favorite anything that I use, I share it with my girlfriends. I tell people about it on social media. Why not have a business where I'm already sharing with those people around me all of these products that I use that have really brought about my own transformation? When I share, like I said, I'm typically just talking about what I'm doing each day and how it's impacting my life. And it's not uncommon for me to have a message of someone contacting me and asking me, like, how does this work? I hear you talking about this all the time, and I want to hear it. It's not me hunting people down. I just don't have time for that, and I'm not interested in that ickiness. So I don't do it. So then when they hear about it, when they see my transformation and they're coming to me, then it's just a conversation. It's just a relationship that we're building. What we do as Beachbody coaches is that we love and believe in and use the products ourselves. We are a product of the product. And then we share that opportunity so that other people can start their own journey and their own transformation, and we give them that same excitement that we already have. The final step that we do as a Beachbody coach is that we serve those people. We get them to that next level. Because like I said before, it's not just people buying DVDs to stack on a shelf so that we get commission. It's people actually ordering their programs from us, from a person. That person saw something in the coach that attracted them to it. Maybe it was a transformation, but typically it was a drive and a determination that they wanted to be near. You saw something in the person that invited you tonight that made you want to come and learn more. That's what we are. We're that bridge between purchasing those DVDs and actually having success. We check in with our people at least once a month, even more if they're doing a challenge group with us. So we've established that one-on-one connection, and we can get people through to their success. If you love fitness and you love other people, you don't want to be salesy, but you really truly love serving other people, you're going to absolutely love being part of Team Beachbody, because that right there is what we do. So I'm going to hand off to the lovely Rebekah, and she's going to kind of share with you the next aspect of what it means to be a Beachbody coach.
Thank you, Sarah. Awesome job. That was terrific sharing. Excellent points. My name is Rebekah Bane. I have been a coach for almost 5 years. In July, it'll be 5 years. I have 5 children also. My youngest is about to turn 6 months old, and my oldest is 9 years old. I am a Marine spouse. My husband and I have been married for almost 14 years. In July, it'll be 14 years. I recently had yet another transformation. It seems to happen. I get pregnant, and then I do the programs, and then I get pregnant, and then I get a result story. So, hey, having babies kind of helps you grow this business. Wouldn't you agree, Sarah? All those transformation stories. So I started out I did a round of 21-day fix right after I had the baby. I jumped into hammer and chisel. The last time I measured, I had lost 9 pounds and 10 inches. And then I started 22-minute hardcore, which I'm about to finish up. So I haven't exactly measured everything yet, but I'm right around a 15-pound total loss. So almost at my pre-pregnancy weight. So it's definitely working for me and helping me build my story. When I started coaching almost 5 years ago, it was really just for the discount. In fact, I remember my coach telling me that there was a $40 fee to start up, a one-time $40 fee, and I was like, I'm not paying $40 to buy, some protein shake. So I was a skeptic, like many of you. But I did come around, and I tell you what, I'd pay that $40 100 times over if I had to be a part of this business. But soon after starting coaching, this was right after my third baby, I started to see a difference. People were noticing my transformation, and just like Sarah said, they start asking you, and they want to know what you're doing. And then I remember one time hearing my coach, the one who brought me into this opportunity, she said on a call how she was making almost half of what her husband was making. And I didn't have a clue what her husband was making, but I knew that if I could bring home half of a full-time income, staying home and working out and getting fit, I needed to know what she was doing, because I knew there was nothing she was doing that I couldn't do. So I trusted my coach. I loved her heart for helping others. I love that I could do this without being slimy or salesy. You really can. All of those horrible messages that you get in your inboxes from people trying to sell you stuff, you don't have to be that, and we don't want you to be that. So I love that I could be that, grow this without having that feeling of just ickiness. I love that I didn't have to host parties. I'm never going to join a business that's going to make me host parties. That takes time away from my family. And really, the tasks that were given to me to grow my business were very simple. And I found that they not only helped me grow my business, but they helped me become a better person in general. I have grown so much personally, and because of this business and what has forced me to do through personal development. And so that, above all, speaks tremendous. So about what we do, we call it the Rule of Five. Over the past year, we have been personally mentored by John C. Maxwell. He is the world's top leader. He is the #1 leader in teaching leadership. And so we've had the privilege of being under his teaching. So he has a rule of 5 in everything he does in life. And so we decided that we were going to develop a rule of 5 for our team. 5 things that if you do these in your business, you are going to be incredibly successful. If you're committed to doing these 5 things every day in your business, you will have a booming business. So I'm going to run through them real quick, and I'm going to focus on the second one I'm going to talk to you about, because I really feel like this is the piece that people struggle with the most or fear the most. So the first one is every day I grow. This simply means personal development. This was that part I was telling you about that really changed me, how I communicate with people, how people receive me, how I engage with my team and my customers, and truly adding value to them. So personal development, being a product of the product, making sure you're doing the fitness programs, drinking your Shakeologies, that's your grow part. Number 2 is every day I connect. And this is the one I want to just really talk about, because I feel like it's so important. When you become a coach, you're going to hear that one of our vital behaviors is invite, invite, invite. And this is the salesy, icky part that it's perceived that. It's not our intention. But you feel like you have to go after all of your friends and family and invite them to join you, to be a coach or to do a challenge group. And that's where most coaches cringe up, and they don't want to do that. But when you understand that every day I connect, and that invite is really just a connection. You're meeting with people on social media. It's like Sarah said, people are just like watching her, loving her. She shares her life. She shares her chickens. She's just Sarah, and people love Sarah. And so when she talks about her fitness journey and her struggles, then they're drawn to that. So when we say invite, 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 we mean connect, 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 because it is important that you become attractive to others just by being you, and then you find ways to relate to them and connect to them. That might be sending them a message and seeing how they're doing, because they felt sick over the last week. It may be they are trying to figure out how to get a stain out of their shirt. And so you know the perfect solution to that, and you're commenting on that and just helping them, adding value. You're giving more than you're looking to receive. And so I believe that when my team and coaches start to see that this is really what builds a strong foundation in relationships and building a business, they're far less terrified of the whole process. All right, so I'm going to go through these last three real quick. Every day I follow up. So again, what good is it if you're connecting with people if you're not following up with them? The people who are in your challenge groups, making sure you're staying in connection with them and following up. I mean, it's as simple as that. Number 4 is every day I track. This is a hard one sometimes for people, but if you're, just as you want to track your fitness and your nutrition so you can see where you need to change things, what you're doing wrong, what you're not doing. Often people don't want to track because they don't want to see what they're not doing. So we encourage you to track, and we have systems for all of this. Again, I know I'm kind of going through this quickly, but trust me, when you join our team, we teach you all of this. We walk you through it. We give you tools. We give you ways to track. We give you ways to plan, which is number 5. Number 5 is every day I plan. I believe to be successful in anything in your life, you really have to sit down, and if you don't tell your time where to go, then somebody else is going to fill that time for you. So one of the things we do as coaches when we bring you onto the team is we're going to talk to you. We're going to figure out what kind of time you have to invest in this business. Maybe you have 5 kids in homeschool like Sarah. Maybe you have a full-time job and have 5 kids. So, everybody's got obstacles. And when you start this business, you're making 0, exactly what I made when I started it. And so you don't have a lot of time just to sit around and invest in it. So we're going to tell you, with that 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, whatever you decide, we're going to sit down with you and tell you exactly how to maximize your business so that you're moving forward with these simple rule of 5. So again, every day I grow, every day I connect, every day I follow up, every day I track, every day I plan. And if you will do those 5 things every day with us, I guarantee you will start to see the fruits of your labor flourish, and it will be a lot of fun, and you're just going to enjoy it. So I'm going to pass it off to Jill. I don't remember, is Jill on here? Jill, I got to unmute you if you're on here.
I'm here.
Okay, awesome. Jill's going to share with you another thing that we do as coaches, and that is in our challenge groups. Jill, take it away.
Hey guys, like Rebekah said, I am Jill. I've been a coach for about 3 years. I met Rebekah on the soccer field, and she actually presented the coaching opportunity to me right away because I was talking about health and fitness. And so I wasn't ready to jump on board right away. I told her I already had those shake things at home. My husband had ordered them off an infomercial, and I already had P90X at home, so I was going to do that first. Holy cow, P90X was way too long for a mom with baby. So along comes T25, which was my soulmate workout, and that was when I was ready to jump in and get going. I completed my first challenge and was ready to start helping other people because I had seen such a change that I wanted to share that with everyone, share what it had done for me, how I could do it in such a short amount of time, 25 minutes. Everybody has time for that. So I jumped in to the coaching and started sharing and helping others. And my reason why would I do this crazy fun coaching thing? I had to go back to work after my first son. I have 3 kids, 3 boys. I had to go back to work after my first one, and that was torture for me. It hurt me, it killed me, it made me resentful towards my husband, it hurt our marriage, and I was not going to do that again. So I had this opportunity presented to me, and I grabbed it and was like, this is going to be my way to stay home with my kids, get fit, feel awesome in my skin, feel confident again, and just help other moms do that too. So that is my huge why I jumped into this business with Rebekah, and I have not looked back once. It has helped me grow as a person. It's helped me to dream again, to learn again, and so I love this opportunity, so I'm not going to cry. I'm going to jump into challenge groups now. It is the heartbeat of what we do as coaches. This is how we help people get the results that they want and feel awesome in their skin again. And before I start talking about it, don't freak out, because we have challenge group posts for you. We have clean eating meal plans. We have all of that stuff within our team to share with you. But what we do in these groups, and a lot of you may have been in one of these groups, and that's why your coach invited you to this call, because they saw that you are just awesome and passionate and doing so well in your challenge group. So rock on if you are a star challenger and your coach invited you. So our challenge groups, we build a community. We love on each other. We encourage each other. We help people complete their programs so they don't sit on the shelf and get dusty and they're a waste of money, that we've helped somebody pick their program. We help them get through it as well. We don't have to do any of the science for the workout. You don't have to be a fitness professional to be a coach, because Beachbody's already done that. They help pick the top trainers to do these workouts that have been proven to get results. So you're just helping somebody find the one that's going to be best for them and support them through that. So we teach them meal planning, we teach them clean eating, and we're just there for the support. That's the missing piece that people have when they go to the gym, when they try to do it on their own. Even if they order these programs that are awesome, not everybody can do them on their own. They need somebody there to reach out to them, to have this community of people posting that they're getting their workouts in, they're posting their sweaty pics. They just need that encouragement and that community around them. So that's what we do as coaches in our challenge groups. And we run them through Facebook. So you get to do it virtually with people all over the world. And I have friends that started in my first challenge group that are still challengers with me, and that we have just built a bond together. So challenge groups are fun and they're awesome, and they really help people get results. And that's also where we find our awesome coaches. So if you're like, how am I going to build a team of people? Well, you're inviting those people to become challengers, and you're going to help them get awesome results. And then they're going to want to do the same thing. They're going to want to share that. Like Sarah was saying, you're going to want to share that with other people. Dude, I lost all this weight and I feel awesome. This is what I did. I worked out for 25 minutes. You can do it too. You're going to want to share that with people. So that is my piece. And I get to introduce my sweet friend who I love and have known now for, over 2 years. We met on the Beachbody cruise. So let's hear a little bit from Kimberly.
Thanks, girl. Yeah, I've been a coach just as long as Jill. My name is Kimberly Wilcox, and thanks for asking me to talk for a couple minutes. I'm just going to share a little bit about my story, and it's funny because it kind of touches on everything that everyone else was saying. But I started 3 years ago, and I started as a challenger. I did a Brazilian butt lift for 90 days, which is way too long to do Brazilian butt lift, but I was committed, so I did it, and I drank my shake, and I saw awesome results. So in 3 months, I had already lost like 22 pounds, I believe, 22 inches, and I still had another 22 to lose easily, so I decided I wanted to keep going. It was at that time that my coach presented the coaching opportunity to me, and I really just wanted my discount because I wasn't going to leave the challenge groups. I didn't want my coach to leave me, basically, and that was my number one thing, was the community. Like, I needed to be a part of it. I needed the accountability, and I needed my Shakeology. So I was like, I might as well get the discount, and these people will be stuck with me. So I kept going, and the community, the accountability, all of that, and it became really natural. And I loved what everyone was talking about, how it wasn't a sale. It wasn't like, I'm going to jump in this and sell a bunch of people and make a bunch of money. People just started to see the changes in me, because I was sharing it, but, you know, the first people were like my neighbor, because she saw me face to face several times, and she asked, hey, what are you doing? I was like, hey, I'm doing this Brazilian butt lift. The guy's kind of crazy, but I drink this shake every day, and I'm in this group on Facebook. Like, do you want to do it with me? And that was it. Like, it was no pressure, and she thought about it for a few days, and I probably did just naturally follow up because I felt so good that I wanted other people to feel that way with me. Like, I felt so different. and back in control. Like, I mean, I could go into long story about why I needed it so much, but I just felt so good and I wanted other people to feel like that. And to just briefly touch on what Sarah shared, I was one of those people that went to the Y. I have 3 boys, and I've been doing this for 3 years, but my youngest is 7, about to be 8, so he was young, and I was the person that went to the Y before they were all in school and would work out the solid 2 hours because they have childcare for 2 hours. So why would you not work out for 2 hours if someone's going to watch your kids for 2 hours, right? So I was the girl that worked out for 2 hours. I went to classes, I lifted weights, I warmed up and cooled down. Like, I worked out the whole time, maybe 15 minutes in the steam room or just to like be by myself. But my problem was I would get in the car, and I specifically remember like getting in the car and like looking for snacks or shoving goldfish in my face because I just had no idea what to do nutritionally wise. So I was ruining my 2 hours of workout. So I just really never saw the results. So this is something that I started to see the results, obviously. So fast forward, once I signed up my neighbor, it still took another like 3 months, a total of 6 months of my husband watching me and my mom watching me before they would even jump on board. But they saw me keep losing weight. I had lost like a total of 40, 50 pounds by that point in 6 months. And I just started attracting more people. And to be honest with you, when I would get the paycheck for $50 for signing up someone, I was like, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy that they're paying me to do this. And if this is just me kind of doing it organically, what if I really tried? Like, what if I treated it like a business instead of just a hobby where people are coming to me? So I do now go to people. I do the rule of 5, grow and connect and follow up and track and plan my days, and that way I'm in touch with who I need to be in touch with. And it's turned into a really great financial opportunity for me and my family. That's not what I went into it for, but it is why I continue to grow it. And I think a lot of people that I deal with might have a similar opinion as me, where they might say, I hear this a lot, so I know they do. I'm just not really passionate about health and fitness. And I'm like, that's okay, because it's really hard for me too, even 3 years later. Like, I can't say, like, I could never be a personal trainer. I have no desire to like be up there teaching the class or anything like that. So it might not be my passion, but my passion is being the best version of myself. And that involves me being an example to my family. It involves me eating right and feeling good. So I'm passionate about those things. And more importantly, I'm passionate about helping other women. Like, I feel like I've been an entrepreneur my whole life with other things that I've done. And I love empowering women to not have to go back to work or not work in a cubicle or set their own hours, set their own life, dream bigger, and work towards the financial freedom that they might be looking for. So I could talk on and on for that, but I'll stop at that. But that's just a little bit about my story. So excited for you guys that are considering doing it, because there's a whole lot of opportunity in front of you. And I'm going to pass it over to Erin Morse. I hope I said your last name right, Erin.
Yes, you did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name is Erin, and I have been a coach this is my 4th month. So I'm a relatively new coach. I'll just briefly tell you about my story. I have been married for 12 years. I have 2 beautiful daughters. I was a stay-at-home mom for 6 years, raising my kids. Loved it. Loved being home with my girls, raising them. But then they went to school full-time. So I went back to work. I was always active. I was always a fit person, but inside I was just not happy with myself. I don't know what it was. I just needed something that I could relate to, that other people could relate to me. And Beachbody just kind of fell into my lap. My cousin was doing Beachbody, and she had invited me to one of her refocus groups. And I was like, okay, I've never heard of it. Sure, I'll join. And I did it, and I loved it. I was like, wow, this is great. Run on Facebook. I can do this. It's at home. I ended up getting Insanity from my sister because she had done it and she said, it's way too hard. You try it. So I did it and I was hooked. Loved it. Finished it. I had fell off of the whole challenge group thing, but I contacted my cousin and I said, look, I just finished Insanity and I'm really interested. I wanna be part of this group that you're in. So she said, absolutely, and she signed me as a coach. And that was in December, and I haven't looked back yet. As soon as I signed as a coach, I got tapped into all of these amazing people that have been supportive. It was like this community. I can ask them anything. They were so helpful. And just from the beginning, I was like amazed that this is what I've been looking for. This is going to help me grow as a person. They were recommending books that I can read. I was joining all kinds of challenge groups, meeting different people from all over the country. I just went to my first Super Saturday in DC and met Tony Horton. Just started doing 22-minute hardcorps, and it was great. I loved it. Really, it's been a lifesaver for me. I'm a happier person. I feel stronger mentally. I feel stronger physically. I can't believe how strong I am. I'm really like taken to all of these 22-minute hardcorps is what I'm into now. It's just what I needed. And I'm so grateful that I took the initiative to contact my cousin, and I've been accepted into this group of women and men. There are some men out there that are doing it too, and it's fantastic. It's really had a positive effect on my life, and I think that emulates from me, and that's really drawing people in. People are contacting me saying, you know, you look really happy, you look great, are you feeling great? And I just can't help but just gush about this community that I'm a part of. So, and I know that if Beachbody were to disappear tomorrow, I am confident in the foundation that I built through fitness and personal development that I can continue doing this even without the Beachbody. I have this community of friends, and making a little bit of extra money on the side is not bad. My girls are getting bigger. I've got horse camp, I've got soccer, I've got skiing, and it just doesn't end. Any little bit of extra cash that I can make is a positive for me. And I'm really grabbing this coaching thing by the horns, and I just want to try to do the best that I can. I'll be right there. And my kids are telling me they're going to bed, so I have to go put them to bed.
Thank you, Erin. That is great. Welcome to the team. That's a great story.
Thank you.
All right, guys, look, 3 minutes after, so 33 minutes, not bad. But we do want to, I just want to give you some closing thoughts. And then if anyone has any questions, you can type them in the chat if you like, or you can unmute yourself and we can answer your questions. So just, you know, we have condensed this down to 30 minutes. There's so much more. Sometimes people listen to this and they, you know, they want to know more. Like, well, how do you earn? And how do I get this commission? And how do you exactly sign on coaches? And what do you say when you invite? And if we just can't possibly pack everything into this. So what we want you to do, your coach is going to reach out to you unless you get them first, and just ask your questions. You know, it's totally normal to have questions and be unsure, but here is my thought on it. And my husband and I have discussed this a lot, but he's a big supporter of the business, obviously, but what do you really have to lose? I mean, my husband never really gave me pushback. He wasn't fully on board with it in the beginning, but his thinking was, what's the worst that can happen? My wife is working on her health and fitness and trying, and he knows I'm like a crazy person if I'm not, you know, getting my health and fitness in. If I'm not working out, I'm not happy. And I'm sure many of you are the same way. So his view of it is like, if my wife spends the next year of her life working out and drinking this crazy shake and getting healthy and maybe making a little bit of money, which has turned into a just a huge blessing for our family, then he was on board with it. So really, what do you have to lose? What could possibly keep you from having just a little bit of success, even if it's a 5-pound loss and a $50 paycheck, right? I mean, that's going to help cover groceries and gas. So reach out to your coach, ask all the questions that I know you have. We're here to answer questions for you now. If anybody wants to unmute and has any questions, I'm happy to answer any questions. Sarah would be happy to answer questions. Does anybody want to jump in and ask anything? I'm going to stop the recording here.